96.7 KCAL rocks. It is Patrick in the morning, and it is time to discuss many sports and even a big phew. Man, we got to talk about Pep. What's going on?
Yes, a big sigh of relief out there. We'll get to the World Baseball Classic. What a crazy week of sports, Patrick. Man, there was so much going on. And we got to start with NFL free agency because it was not only exciting, but it was bizarre. We talked on Monday about the Raiders, getting young and getting all these draft picks and kind of revamping, and they're going to look a lot different for years to come. Well, Maxx Crosby is headed back to the silver and black. The trade to Baltimore fell through after Maxx Crosby did not pass a physical with the Ravens. So Maxx Crosby goes back to Las Vegas, and the Ravens go out and get Trey Hendrickson from division rival Cincinnati instead. So if you thought there was still a chance, no, they spent all their money on Trey Hendrickson. It's done. Now, can the Raiders still try to move Maxx Crosby? I guess that's entirely possible still, but he's back with the Raiders now.
It just feels like the Ravens bailed so they could get Hendrickson for some reason. Maybe they thought they could get away with just paying him a little bit less than they would have with Crosby. Or maybe they saw something in the MRI, but they already knew he was injured. I don't know, man. I guess we'll see if Maxx Crosby continues to play for many years to come. Then we'll know it was kind of BS. Or if his knee, it does have a degenerative thing where it does come apart. We've seen that happen before. Even an example in the NBA. Brandon Roy. I mean, remember, he was with the degenerative knee thing done.
Yeah. Brandon Roy was supposed to be a star, and he never came back. He was never the same guy. So we'll see. Yeah, that was Baltimore reportedly was concerned about his long-term durability, right, with that knee. But so we'll see. I mean, I don't know if he'll stay with the Raiders, if they'll trade him, if there's so many question marks and weird things about this. But remember, too, we talked about this on Monday, Patrick. Yesterday, Wednesday, was the beginning of the new season when all these agreements can be official, the new start in the NFL season. But Monday was the legal tampering period. So all these deals went down on Monday, right? All these guys, Kenneth Walker, your boy, going to the Kansas City Chiefs. My 49ers got Mike Evans. All these things, but none of them could be official till Wednesday. So there was still about 48 hours where I guess technically, it rarely happens, but technically it was not official yet. It's like giving a verbal commitment, like these college athletes give a verbal commitment. But until you sign on that dotted line, it's not official.
It's wild when they can and when they can't talk to a person.
Yes.
And I mean, of course, they can just shuffle down the line, 3-4 people who aren't related to the situation and get information to people. It's always kind of wild that they got to maneuver like that. I've been just enjoying all the wild deals that have been happening, just like the ones you mentioned. But then the one on the horizon that's kind of surprised me a little bit is the big rumor that Kyler Murray is going to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, that could happen as early as today. Wow. He was officially released by the Arizona Cardinals, so he's definitely on the move, and it sure looks like Minnesota is going to be the landing spot. You know, we saw Tua released by Miami. He ends up in Atlanta. Yeah. Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. It sounds like he might go to the Raiders, maybe be the bridge to, Fernando Mendoza. So, man, it was crazy. The first, couple hours on Monday was nuts, and we're still going to see stuff going down now that it can, officially be official with the start of the new NFL season.
Typical NFL, grabbing headlines in or out of season. It doesn't matter.
I know, man. And there's so much other stuff going on. We're still talking NFL. I do want to give a quick shout out to a couple of our local guys. Jaelan Phillips, the pride of Redlands East Valley, got paid by the Carolina Panthers, man. 4 years, $120 million, man, for Jaelan Phillips. Congrats to him, the linebacker, defensive end hybrid. And also running back Tyler Allgeier from Kaiser High School in Fontana. He's going to the Arizona Cardinals. 2 years, a little over $12 million after spending all his career with the Atlanta Falcons. So both of our local guys landing on new teams and getting some cash.
It's kind of nice to see them getting paid because we know how much they've put into this, man. And it's nice to see it get paid off.
Dude, Jaelan getting $120 million. He's doing all right. Yeah. He's doing okay for himself. Yeah. All right, we got to talk World Baseball Classic. Here's what you need to know. The United States is moving on to the quarterfinal round. In fact, they will take on Canada on Friday in the quarter. So hopefully we beat Canada again and advance in the World Baseball Classic. But it was kind of dicey, Patrick. I mean, they won 3 games in a row. Then they lost to Italy and then needed Italy to beat Mexico last night to punch their ticket. So even though they were dominant and they were 3-1, they almost didn't advance out of the the pool play.
Yeah, with the no shaking of the hands with Team Mexico, I felt like Mexico was going to get our ass, but that didn't happen. So, phew, is what happens. And like you said, this is an espresso machine joke, but it woke up Team Italy. I mean, they woke up and they rose to the occasion when they needed to against us, which I feel like we overlooked them and didn't understand that our ticket wasn't punched. So it was kind of one of those games. And then they take care of Mexico, who was a very tough team.
Yeah.
And I feel like they were going to get us if we ever ran into them.
Yeah, this was their chance, right? To shove it back in our face. But I'm toasting the Italians with my little espresso cup. I'm toasting them. Yes. The Italians and Team USA, they both advanced to the quarterfinals, but we needed their help last night to beat Mexico. So hopefully the USA can beat Canada again in our sport. Beat him in hockey already, right? So now we're trying to do it in our sport, in baseball, in the quarterfinals. And USA and Japan are on opposite sides of the bracket, so there's a potential there. It seems like they're on a collision course to meet for the championship, so we'll see. We'll see what happens at the World Baseball Classic. Now, any other week, if the World Baseball Classic wasn't going on and we didn't have all this NFL craziness, Miami Heat NBA star Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points against the Washington Wizards, the second most in NBA history. That would be the lead headline, but people are still talking about it. The fact that 83 is awesome. It's the second most in NBA history, but a lot of basketball purists say, one is, how dare you score that many and pass Kobe? Like, you shouldn't have done that. You should have stopped at 80 or came out of the game or something like that. But also the way he did it. Like, Kobe was out there trying to win the game. Like, he was in a close game. I think it was with Toronto. But in this game against Washington, Miami had like 150 points. They were playing no defense. They were fouling him, just fouling to stop the clock. Like, the way he did it, people have a problem with. But I don't know. 83 is 83, right, Patrick?
36 free throws, more than anyone ever. My goodness, this always brings up the 100 points of Wilt Chamberlain, of course, and Kobe. It is the way he did it. It's a different game. Trust Pep and I. We know Kobe did it against actual defense.
Yeah.
Jalen Rose, ask him. He was actually trying to guard Kobe, and Kobe did it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, 83 points is a lot of points any way you slice it, but people are saying they're going to put an asterisk, right, next to his 83 because maybe it shouldn't have been a true 83. Maybe he shouldn't have passed Kobe. He should have respected the game, right, and came out at 80 or whatever. But
yes.
It is what it is. And he was only averaging, I think 16, 17 points per game. Right. And he went off. He went off against the Wizards, who are terrible, but still. All right, and finally, Patrick, hey, listen, if you can't wait for March Madness, I got good news. March Madness is already here, man. If you are not watching these conference tournaments, they have been amazing so far. We already have a bunch of teams already locked in to big dance spots. They've already got the automatic spot in the NCAA tournament. We've got a bunch more the rest of the week into the weekend, including our CBU Lancers in the WAC, who are in the semifinals tomorrow. So all you got to do is, at least for CBU, win 2 games in March, and you're going to the big dance for the first time. So it's awesome to see all these tournaments across the country with so much on the line. And so if you can't wait until Sunday for the brackets to come out, dude, you can enjoy it right now because we've got some exciting times right now in college hoops.
Yes, we do. They call it madness for a reason. It is really fun to watch, man. I can't wait till everyone starts doing their bracketology. We call it around here. Pep, tell them how to get your stuff.
Hey, I do the bracketology too. Not very well, but I do it. You can get my stuff at Inland Sports on X and Instagram and Facebook. We're also on YouTube. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.